Todd Chrisley says he'd rather do 28 months in prison again than confront his most feared issue. Todd Chrisley is getting candid about the most difficult time in his life, and it wasn't his years behind bars. On the Wednesday, July 30th, episode of his and wife Julie Chrisley's podcast, Chrisley Confessions, the reality TV star, 56, revealed the 52-year-old Chrisley family matriarch's 2012 breast cancer diagnosis was worse for him than being in prison. Todd recounted how, when he was incarcerated, an attorney said to him, "This has to be the darkest day of your life." However, Todd disagreed. "The darkest day of my life was when Julie was diagnosed with breast cancer," he admitted. "Not the death of my father. It was that day." "That still is the heaviest and most feared situation I've ever faced," he confessed. The Chrisley Knows Best star said he has post-traumatic stress disorder over the ordeal. "I would take 28 months at federal prison camp Pensacola any day of the week over that fear because with FPC Pensacola, I had an exit date," he explained. "But with that diagnosis of breast cancer, I had to live every day wondering when your exit date was. So prison wasn't the darkest day of my life," he added. "Cancer was the darkest day of my life." Already imprisoned mentally upon learning of Julie's illness, Todd served a 12-year sentence in Florida, while Julie faced 7 years in Kentucky for tax evasion and bank fraud in 2022. Savannah, 27, also shared how Julie underwent multiple surgeries, including a double mastectomy and a full hysterectomy. "The side effects were horrible," Savannah recalled. "She had a biopsy done, and then my dad was like, 'No, I have to make sure she has the best care possible.' That's when we went to Johns Hopkins in Maryland, I believe, and they said, 'Hold on, you actually have 2 spots, not just 1. I'll never forget finding out that Mom had breast cancer, but she went to Northside Hospital in Atlanta, she told listeners. She had 2 or 3 reconstructive surgeries. She slept in a recliner for what I feel like was probably a year beside their bed with my dad because she couldn't stand to lay all the way down.